Hello everybody. If you've checked out my YouTube channel, you might recognize this stone. I had no idea what I was doing. I was playing, and I put this little video up, and it's just absolutely horrible, but I left it anyway. And I've gotten a few questions and comments asking me how I've done it, what colors I've used, etc. Well, I don't really remember, but I gave it the old college try. And these are the colors that I had at the time. And I think I probably used some concoction of these in some way or another. And I also tried to recreate the stone, but as you can see, I was trying to do it using the same colors, and I didn't do a very good job. So I decided to try again, this time using blues and trying to follow the pattern. It came out so pretty. Unfortunately, half of my video is completely blurry. So I did another one, and that's the green and gold one. So today I'm going to recreate the pink one, doing it in the greens and the golds. I'm starting with a 3-inch stone that I've base coated white, and I also used a little bit of Dragon Flash across it and just kind of gave it a streaky look. And with my compass set to 1/2 of an inch, I drew a little guideline just to keep myself in check. I'm starting with the Delta Ceramcoat in light sage and a 4mm flat back tool. And I'm placing my first dot right in the center. I'm going to place 8 dots around the center, and you can do that easily by putting one at the 12 o'clock, one at 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, and then a dot in between each of those. And that gives you a nice evenly spaced 8 dots. And taking a quick peek at the original stone, you can see that the second row is a darker pink. So I'm going to be using Patina. Mine happens to be a multi-surface paint, but that's irrelevant. What is important is that we put 8 dots in between and above the row below. On the original stone, my metallic was somewhat of a pinky purple. I'm not quite sure. On this one, I'm going to be using champagne gold. Now I have a really fine tool here. It's probably one of my smallest ones. And I'm placing just, again, 8 more dots in between and above the row below. And going back to the light sage, I'm placing another 8 dots above the patina. And you can see that really those dots have not gotten any bigger. They're really all the same size, except for the gold. Now I'm sticking with the same tool and the same paint, but I'm getting a little bit more paint on my tool, and you can see that my dots are looking a little bit bigger. You can manipulate your dots either bigger or smaller by picking up more paint or holding your tool on your surface a little bit longer. That allows more paint to actually fall off of the tool and onto the surface. Continuing on with the 8 dot around the center, I'm using the 4mm tool, and I'm putting again dots in between and above the row below. I'm just getting to the point where I'm crossing that guideline. So I'm adding 8 more little tiny gold dots. And for me, it worked out where they're actually falling right on that guideline. Frankly, I didn't plan it that way. It just happened. I think it was more of a lucky break than anything else, but you can use that for reference. Here, I'm trying to show you there's actually 3 rows of walked dots coming down, but they're so light that even as I'm looking at them, I'm having a hard time seeing them. So on this stone, I'm going to do them with the light sage, and you can see that they're much more visible this way. So continue around until you get the first row done, and then do your second and third row the same way. Now, I find sometimes when I'm doing a lot of the same thing, I find it easier to just go all in one direction and then come back and go in the opposite direction. Like here, I went all the way around doing just the right side, and now I'm coming back and I'm doing the left side. And I'll do that on the third row too. Back to the patina and a little bit larger tool. I'm putting a dot right down in the, I guess the gully you'd call it, in between all of those sets of walk dots. And sometimes you have to find your spot, like there's not always an opening there. So just place it where you feel it looks best. Well, remember that I'm trying to recreate that other stone. And now I need to put little gold dots on either side of these patina. And sometimes, like I just said, there are dots already there. And I'm just trying to pick the best spot on both sides of that patina. On to the fun stuff. With a 4mm flat tool, I'm placing 8 patina dots right above the small patina down below. Now I'm placing some gold dots here, and you can see that I'm putting them one on each side of the, oh, how do I say it? The top of the walk dots, the largest top. Yeah, I think it's best if you just look and see what I'm doing. I'm sure you notice that there's a series of walked dots above the large patina, but that's a situation that's going to change, so we'll get to that in just a minute, okay? On all of the large sage dots, I'm placing a white center top dot, and on all of the small sage, I'm putting hologram. And the patina will be getting a little zhuzhing up with the aqua glitter paint. And if you don't have that, hologram will do. And I'm also adding a little touch up to all of the gold. And this is how we're looking right now. I mixed a little white in with the patina just to lighten it up a bit, give it a little contrast. And I'm top dotting all of the large 1mm dots, and the patina is getting aqua glitter paint. Now, getting to those walk dots around the patina, it wasn't showing up. The glitter paint wasn't showing up like I wanted to. So I went back, scraped everything off, and replaced that with the patina. Towards the center again, on the 4mm dots, I placed the little tiny top dot of the dragon flash. And looks like everything else was getting a little coating of hologram. And the large patina dots around the edge are going to get top dotted with white. Resting my compass flat on the table, I'm drawing a white line to give myself a guideline, and we're going to start working on the edge. Now, on that line, I'm placing just this row of dots in the patina, just all the way around. And they're kind of dissecting the line is dissecting the patina. Now, just above that and in between, I'm putting a row of white. And then in between those white and directly above the patina is a dot of gold. And now above the white, then you're getting another dot of patina. Now over here, I tried a few things and I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. And eventually I settled on putting another little gold dot above the gold dot from below. And after I finish that, I'm going to come back and I'm going to put a white dot right above the patina. Now looking back at the original stone, you can see that that pink was real glittery. And so on the patina up here, I just added the aqua glitter paint. And I find it easier to go all the way around with the large tool on the top dot and then come back with a smaller tool to fill in the side dots. So if you like what you've seen so far, I'd appreciate it if you'd reach down, subscribe, and ring the bell. Give me a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the questions in the comments. All right, up top again, whatever hasn't been already blessed with a hologram is getting it now, including the patina along the edge. Now we're going to start doing the swishes, and I'm starting with the lightened up patina that I had mixed up earlier. And I do find it easier to go all in one direction and then come back the other way, just like I had mentioned before when I was doing the walk dots. I like to do the same thing with the swishes. You can see on this round piece, I'm pushing the first side So I'm pushing my swoosh up towards the center. And then when it's time to come back, I'm going to be pulling. Just because it's easy for me. You do it however you'd like, but I find it easier sometimes to pull and other times to push. Now my second set of swooshes are a little bit further inside, and these are just the straight patina. And for the third set of swooshes, these are going to be just plain white with a little too. I'm just trying to fit them in however I can. Some of them are going to be a little bit snugger than the others. That's just the way it is, and I'm not going to worry about it. You'll see that I do struggle a little bit here and there. Not really struggle, it's just that I have to stop and think about what I'm going to do. Now I'm adding some white top dots on the patina all around the edge. Now I'm back up at the top and I'm adding the last bit of the swoosh. And this is just gold and it's coming straight from the middle straight down to the base. Now the ones I'm doing here are not quite making it. So I'm going to come back in a bit and I will actually pull them all the way down so that all of my swoosh little tails will meet together. And now with a nice dollop of gold, we're going to just bring it all together and tie it up into a nice, neat little package. And I'm putting some white pearl top dots all around the edge there. And I didn't show it on video, but you can see on the top, all of my walked dots on the center and the top are top dotted with the white pearl. I did forget to mention that. Or show it. I don't even know where that video went. Anyway, continuing on, the last thing. Now, remember, this was one of my first pieces. I'm adding hologram to every little bit of this swoosh. So, yeah, everything's getting it, including the big gold dots. So there you have it, the original pink and the green and gold that we just did. I think they're pretty close match. What do you think? Here is the blue, the first one that I did, and half of my video was blurry, so I couldn't show you. And here are all three of them together. I think they're beautiful. I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And until next time, please take care. Be good. Bye-bye.